you doing? This is Or, saying hello to my universe, our universe. Basically, everyone else's universe because we don't own it, but we are part of it. Just has been a long time since I do my last one, and I read a good thing, and I'm being very, very, very uninspired to do nothing. Uh, Mainly because nobody is listening, and but I hope one day someone that is, like I always say, someone is smarter and intelligent and have more charisma than me and understand what I'm saying. He can say it, or he or she, whatever. He can say it in a different way. He can actually give me a hand on doing this correctly. But this video is more like, let's say, a 101 video, like educational. Because right now, everyone is claiming stuff that is like ridiculous and nonsensical, stupid. And basically, this video is for everyone and everyone that have a sense of humor and intelligence and doesn't need everything to be explained and in detail. People they don't need stuff to be so specific. So if you're given a general idea, they would understand without no problem. And this is the type of videos that I do. And I'm not saying that I'm smarter than everyone. I hope not. Because if I'm smarter than everyone, wow, we are in trouble. But yeah. See, I'm hanging around in here in my golf cart. Not in mine, but I call it mine. But yeah, I'm just being very uninspired. It's just stuff has been happening and stuff is not going the way that I want, but it's not important about that. But that's the process that I do when I make a video. Try to hold it until I cannot hold it anymore, and then I explode. And that's the way I do it, because I think if it is not important, I won't post it. Sometimes I have rants and good ideas and stuff, but if it is not important, I don't post it, and that's it. And this video is just to give you a 101 on how to be a president of anything. It doesn't have to be in here where I live now in the U.S., Whiteville, but how to be a president of, regardless, if you like the donkey or the elephant or the mix of both or something like that, or Laura or whatever. The first thing you need to do is just, of course, you're gonna get your votes, because unless it is a despot or king or something like that, you need to have some votes. Even dictators need votes to get in. Basically, that's what they used to be a president or became a dictator. It's just they get votes, and that's how they became president of anything. And that's how they get their power, by voting. So voting is not a guarantee that you're going to have a good president. It just means that everyone agreed that we need that one. But that's it. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to convey to you guys, that you need votes, you need to be popular, because you need to add like a popular airheaded person, because like, if you want to be a president of anything, you need to have votes and stuff like that. So it means that, yeah, you're forced to do that game of being popular and things like that. And that's how you do. But then after that, you need, probably you already have like some kind of a wish list of things that you would like to do, or if you're honest one, it'll be promises. But basically, they're not they're not promises or platform or whatever. It's more like sales points things. Like you selling a car or a house or something. You need to stretch the truth to the point that is like one pull more and it'll be broken. So it might turn into a lies. Uh, Morally, yeah, you're gonna lie like Pinocchio without mm, the growing nose thing, so no one can tell. But yeah, and then if you have those things, you need to, be part of a party, because you need to play the numbers game. So you're gonna take the party that is more popular in the moment, and then you see you became popular, and if you are in a country that the votes are count like, like 3,000 votes, this guy, 2 votes, this other guy, yeah, you need a lot of numbers, but you still need a lot of those. But if you do the representative voting thing, basically all you need to do is just get your votes in, and to let know the people that are gonna actually vote for you, which is the the the, the owners of the areas that you're gonna vote, which basically is the through voters. They're gonna say, hey, yeah, we got 20,000 people that like this guy, but I don't like it, so let me vote to the other guy, and that guy have the power of those people behind his pen. So basically, he can disregard your suggestions, or actually take that vote. But I understand that thing. It's like in here in the state. This is a republic that is democratic, so, and representative, which means that not the words of many, but it's the word of the people. Basically means that if everyone wanted to put run around with the sharp scissors in their hands, doesn't mean that it's okay. So you shouldn't do that. So when you do the representation thing, we allow some people to do nonsense like that, but it's not smart, and that's why we have like representative thing. But sometimes the people that represent us they're not that good. The voter things, they're not good. Sometimes they choose things that are not good for the country. But that's another story. But we are going to talk about being president of anything. So yeah, after you do that, all that, backstabbing and or honest voting and stuff like that, and you make a point, and then as soon as you became a president, and that's what I'm talking about. If you're president of anything, you need to know the laws, what not to do, and all that stuff, how your office should work legally in that country, whatever the country is. Sometimes they might have some rules and some restrictions and some like leeways in here or there. Your presidency might have some powers that some in other countries might don't. You know, it'll be different in every country. If it is a presidency, if it is just a king or despot or quote unquote dictator, because they use that word wrongly every time. Dictator is a person that is voted in to break any laws and to do whatever it takes to fix one thing. That's a dictator and is voted in by the people in power. So keep that in mind. But yeah, if you want to say first you need to make sure that the people that put you in power understand that you might not do the whole thing, and that is some important thing in there that between you guys will protect or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be a lot of under the table dealings and stuff like that. Sometimes might not be so kosher stuff going on because that's part of being a president. And as soon as you became a president, you represent that country. So, in theory, your beliefs and things like that should not go over the people that you are representing. So, it could be even within the party that that president was choose. But let's say, for example, uh, let's say this is a constitution, Doritos, whatever thing, Doritos, nacho, cheese, constitution. So you are president and you represent this thing. And then all of a sudden you have to be like, okay, what that means. So, well, yeah, they have, calories, weight limit, how much that thing weighs, expiration things, because sometimes some things expire within the law. And you have the rules that you need to follow, because every president is not bigger than their constitution that they put them there. So you need to follow, the Doritos constitution, for example, just to give you a funny example. And you need to follow everything on point. You need to be like, yeah, you should do this, you shouldn't do that. We are up to this, and this country is about this, and whatever. And if you fail in any of those points, you should be removed right away. And if you're impeding whatever the rights that country decide to follow, you you should be removed because you're not doing the job. And morally, if you are morally like compromise, not compromise, but more like I agree up on whatever, you shouldn't be worried about saying stuff that is not that nice, because you're not there to be polite. You're not there to uh, be nice. You're not there to give a prize for the person that lose. You know what I mean. It's supposed to be like, yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna do the best we can with what we have, and we're gonna work through it. And that's the way you should do. You should be a president. You help your country to do better, regardless. And when I say your country, is even the not so nice people. They didn't vote for you. So simple. Just follow the constitution of that country. Follow it to the teeth. Not mine, because they're not that perfect, but uh, follow it. Be on point on everything and be proactive and be respectful that you got there because people put you there. Because you can't say, I earn it. No, no, no. You don't earn to be a president, like you own it. It's a privilege that you are president of that country. Unless you're a king or despot or, like I said before, quote unquote dictator. But yeah, be a president. Sounds good. You have a lot of power, but remember, that power only lasts so much. You can be president for X amount of time. Even the worst presidents, they're they have their time to do their thing, and then after that time passed, they should go away or maybe elected for the second time or whatever. Depends on the country. But yeah, for in order to be a president, you need to follow the Constitution and safeguard that Constitution, because people that were struggling and they were smarter than you and they were more resilient than you and stronger than you and things like that, they put the minds together to make that thing happen. That's Constitution. And they were wrote by people that were representing that country. And unless the Constitution is not good, and that could happen. You could have a country that have a constitution that is not good, so that whole thing needs to be redone, and it's gonna be a lot of sweat and tears and blood and death and everything just to get that paper redone again. And by the time that paper is finished and approved by populace, it's gonna be the day that the other country die, because as soon as you redo the constitution 100%, or you mess with that constitution a little bit, it's no longer that country, it's something else. And that constitution should not be called Dorito constitution, if you know what I mean. Maybe it should be called reflector glass thingy, quick mount reflectors, whatever. And then you have to, if it is that, you need to go. You see, it's another constitution in there, because it's another product, or sorry, another country. So you see, it's different. So can no longer be called Doritos. It got to be called this. But that's what it is. You need to make sure that you need to follow that constitution, because that constitution, it was the thing that helps you to be a president. And also you need to have a protect everyone, even the assholes that didn't vote for you. Especially those, because those will be like, oh, you didn't protect me because I'm there, go with the other party or whatever. No, 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 it's for everyone. And if you represent a country, you represent the good, the bad, and the ugly, the idiots, the smart, everyone in there, because you're supposed to protect everyone. And those that goes against that country should be removed or put someplace else so they can do whatever they want. But yeah, to be a president, you need to respect that constitution, that it was wrote by people that were really smart. They were smarter than you. They were more resilient than you. They were stronger than you, and they were made different because they were people that were in the times that they have to figure out stuff that you already know. In hindsight, everything looks beautiful, or everything is wrong. But those people were thinking really ahead of times, and those people, they have an idea of how things will change and things like that, because they have a lot of time. They didn't have, you know, this thing, the internet and the phones and the computers to literally act like idiots. You know, they have all they do were thinking ahead of time, and they put a lot of effort in to make that constitution so they can work, you know, fine. So if you want to be a president of any country, of anything, even a company, those are the things you need to do. Make sure that you do the right thing for everyone, that you take care of the people that actually vote for you too. But if you take care of them, it means that they should know that, hey, everyone should be taken care of too. And it's like you know, you have to play both teams sometimes. You know, if it is two parties, you know, to play ball with those two, because remember, you're the president. You're not a king or despot or a dictator. You are representing Dorito Nacho Cheese Constitution, for example, like I was telling you. But you know which one I'm talking about. You know, the people. We are the people. You know what I mean? But yeah, and those people were really smart, and they figured it out everything. So it's gonna be some adjustments here and there for modern stuff like computers and things like that. But basically, the computers of those days were abacus and books and libraries and things like that. And social media was like basically books and transcripts and little flyers that you throw everywhere and things like that. But regardless what it is, to be a president, no one in this planet owe you nothing, because it was given to you. You don't earn it, because it's not something that it's not that I work 3 hours and I get this paycheck or something like that. No, it's a privilege that they let you do the stuff that you do in it. So you as a president, you are in the bottom and the people are in the top. If that kind of presidency that you want to do. If you want to be an ass, you can think that you're better than the person. But remember, though, every despot and quote unquote dictator is no longer there, and they're and remember something: if you stop existing as a person, life goes on. So be a good president. Be a nice president. Be something that helps someone somehow. I know it's hard. If you are honest and good president, if you are one of those on the table type of president 24/7, this is not for you. This is for president that want to be a president and not a dictator, quote unquote, or despot or king. But thank you for listening today, and I hope you have a God bless you if you are a believer. If you don't, have a very productive day, and I hope your 24/7 and your 365 is going the way you think they should go. And be safe and be nice to everyone, even the assholes that they don't like you. And because if you see it bad, something bad, it will always fall. If you look in nature, you see trees, and if the trees are bad, they will fall. If the fruits they're not good, it will get damaged. And regardless of how good you think you are, you're always a fruit of that tree, and that tree will let you go regardless how good looking you are, and how much good of a fruit you think you are. The tree would drop you because it's part of the nature of the tree. Same as people. People would think, oh yeah, I'm the greatest of this. Yeah. If you look at history, history is full of greatest on anything. They're the greatest athlete, the greatest painter or musician or artist or whatever. It's full of greatest, and trust me, there are a lot. Some of them they make a difference. Some of them they did it, but they were great on what they do. So people were still, clapping their hands and things like that. But remember, respect everyone if you are president, because in the long run, you're not different than anyone in this planet. No, you don't. You think you are? Nope, you're not. You're not better. You're not worse. Just you. And it's nothing important about you just because you're president, because has been presidents of any country, a ton of those, and some of them they were good, some of them were like, eh. But yeah, just remember, you represent that Constitution. In this case, it's Constitution Doritos, but could be us, the people, if you know what I mean. And you need to follow every one of those, because if you change something about that, you're no longer that one. You go from Doritos to this. Not even food. Reflector. Quick mouth. Different constitution. You see? So it's another country that you're doing. So you are basically killing or murdering a country. Just to put the ideas of a few. So remember, always enjoy a country that have voting, that is a republic, that is a democratic representative. There's a difference. Democratic means the way of the will of many, and crush everyone else. When it's representative, means that yeah, we all choose to do this, but we can work something out for you to you can exist to, because you're part of that. And regardless of your way of thinking, we need you, and that's the way a president should be. But yeah, have a beautiful day. God bless you. If you're not a believer, have a very productive day, and enjoy your life as much as you can. Remember, life is short, and yeah, this is the sort of thing, who I am, if you put it the other way. But have a beautiful day. God bless you. Remember, you're part of the universe, but you don't own it. You're part of this universe, but you don't own it. So you're not that. You're not the universe. You're part of it. And I like my hands. My hands are not me, but they're part of me. Who's the head? Me. And in the universe and in the planet, you're not the head. It's the man upstairs. If you're a believer, if you don't, it's the chances or whatever. But have a beautiful day. God bless you and enjoy your life. Enjoy your 24/7 and your 365.